beauty is probably one of the first things that you come to.
Nothing shines like diamonds, like this does.
Two aspects really draw me to American Brilliant Cut Glass: the skill, the technology, and the artistry required of the workers to create these beautiful objects.
Some people might think cut crystal, they might think Waterford. Really, American Brilliant period cut glass has 4 times the quality.
And the second is the history. This immigrant industry helped to build what became a truly American industry.
This glass was made in a time period when America was growing and producing some of the finest quality in the world. This glass is a testament to all of that.
In the early 1800s, immigrants from Europe brought with them their experience as glassmakers and as glass cutters. Now, the early designs were fairly simple. What you began to see in the 1840s and 1850s is the emergence of a wealthy merchant class. Those people wanted fine furnishings for their homes. The bias among wealthy Americans was, if you really wanted quality, you bought from Europe. The brilliant period in American cut glass production is typically taken to have begun at about the time of the Philadelphia exhibition in 1876. For the very first time, the American companies demonstrated the innovation, the style, the designs were as good as, if not better, than the goods being produced from Europe. That kicked off, during the Gilded Age, what we think of as the American Brilliant period that lasted up until about the time of World War I.
It's been about 100 years since the American Brilliant period ended. A lot of the rare pieces went into private collections and museums. As collectors are liquidating their collections now for retirement and other reasons, right now is a great time to pick up some really nice glass.
The more you're involved with it, you want to learn more about it. When you start handling it yourself, that's when you start to see the true beauty of the piece.
Today, cut glass is still highly collectible. Each piece is its own hand-cut work of art, and no two are alike.
The process for making cut glass involves several steps. The first step is to actually blow the molten glass into a carved wooden or metal mold. Once the glass is properly tempered, then the cutting process begins. The first step is for a worker to draw the outline of the pattern, and that guides the first cutter, called the rougher. The second cutter, called the smoother, will fill in all the fine details and smooth all of the rough edges. The final stage in the process is polishing. And that restored the glass to its natural brilliance.
I am a third-generation auctioneer with Woody Auction. My grandfather started it in the 70s. My father got involved with American Brilliant Cut Glass. My father always established in me, we sell every item to the highest bidder without reserve. We've created a unique niche to where we're selling thousands of pieces a year of fantastic glass. We like to have a very open relationship with the Dorflinger Museum, along with the American Cut Glass Association. If we have a question about something, we'll reach out to Jim.
Here at the Dorflinger Factory Museum, we are interpreting both how the glass was made and how this glass was used in society. During the Gilded Age, a major market for these companies were the wealthy families, but also governments. Dorflinger produced the major services beginning with the Lincoln administration and carrying through the Woodrow Wilson administration. Equally important, we focus on the lives of the workers themselves. If you look at Christian Dorflinger's story, he came to America at age 18 and he built one of the leading companies in the country.
The American Cut Glass Association and the Dorflinger Museum are both dedicated to preserving and studying glass. The American Cut Glass Association is a member-based organization that has been around since 1978. We are dedicated to preserving and educating and collecting. We have a wonderful website for our members where you can find your research materials, videos, articles, Hobstar magazine. Even if you're not in our association, you can join our Facebook group where you can meet with our experts and get information.
Working with the ACGA or the dealers or the collectors in a tight-knit group, It's almost like a family. You're able to express what needs to be expressed and find out the information that you really need to get found out.
Today is a good time to become a new collector of American Brilliant period cut glass. A new collector can come in and build a very nice collection for an affordable price. We have a lot of new resources. We have museums, auctions, estate sales, and we have hands-on events where you can really get in there and feel it and learn it and talk to experts.
This glass was being created during the time when our country was expanding phenomenally.
It's uniformly of very, very high quality, as is the artistry and the technical skill of the people who produced this glass.
The artisans were coming to these shops creating incredible examples of American ingenuity.
All of those elements, I think, are deserving of our understanding and our appreciation.